Emmanuel Sanders here on the Rich Eisen Show. What was your free agent process like with everything that was going on? Obviously, you said you haven't moved in 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
it's been at unique times. Walk me through what the Emmanuel Sanders free agency tour looked like, and wound up being.
Well, it's crazy because I thought free agency started, March, I think what they said, March 20th or something, or no, 18th.
Right.
And for some reason, free agency really started March 16th. I don't get why they even say the start of the new year is this day, because people were signing already prior to free agency. I guess that's the day you can sign, but really, that whole grace period, that 2 days, the phones are definitely ringing, but. I just didn't know where I wanted to go. And, I spoke with the Bills for a little bit. And, I told them, let me think about the idea and give me a night. And, 30 minutes later, the Stephon Diggs deal went through. And I was like, okay. And so then I kind of waited. I was talking to Green Bay. I was talking to the Niners, and just trying to figure out, what type of deal, what type of money they're talking about. And then the Saints called, and I was ecstatic about them calling, the opportunity to play with Drew Brees and everything. And, the numbers made sense. And, Drew has 2 more years left on his deal, and I signed a 2-year deal. And, I'm just excited to be a New Orleans Saint. I looked at the schedule. We got 11 or 12, games inside in the dome, and Michael Thomas being my counterpart, Drew Brees throwing the ball, Sean Payton calling the plays, wide open spread offense, just like I was with Payton in 2014. It just set a new fire under me. This is my 11th season, and for me to be excited how I am in my 11th season, as if it's like my first season, it's everything that you want. You want something that gives you that burning fire to go out and grind hard, just so when the season comes, what's at stake and what that city is looking for, and that's a Super Bowl or a bust.
And obviously, you being paired up, not just with Drew Brees, but can't guard Mike. That kid, Michael Thomas, is one of the most special receivers this game's ever seen. And I know he's only been off the campus at the Ohio State for just a couple of years, but he is pretty damn special. Have you been in contact with him, or how do you see you meshing with this young man that's caught everything, including a record that Marvin Harrison had up until last January?
Yeah, what an incredible talent, to play alongside a guy like that. It definitely takes pressure off you, but my job is to also take pressure off of him. And work together, and that's the entire offense. I haven't reached out to Mike, or he hasn't reached out to me. We haven't communicated, but eventually that'll happen. But one thing about me is I'm not gonna force anything. I'm just gonna let it happen naturally. It's kind of like when I left the Steelers and came to the Broncos in 2014, and Demaryius Thomas was at the top of his game as well, and going to Pro Bowls and All Pros, and it's the same thing, I just come in and I just be me, and most guys respect me for just being me. And so, I'm looking forward to getting into that locker room and meshing with the guys and having fun with the guys, but also working our butts off, because, at the end of the day, the reason why I joined the New Orleans Saints is because we have a great opportunity. We got a great team to do something special. When I say special, it's to get to the Super Bowl and try to win it all, get to the pinnacle of this game. The highs of this game. And so I understand that, like I said, I'm not going to force it, but I'm just going to go in and work my butt off and see where the chips fall.
What was your conversation with Sean Payton like? What was that one like?
It was through text.
It was.
He had texted me. Yeah, he had texted me, and he told me to go and look at the film with what they've been doing the past 12 years, I think he said. And he was like, "You'll love it here." And I didn't even go look at the film. I texted him back within 10 seconds, and I said, "Hey, look, I don't have to go and look at film." I said, I know what you guys have done. I know what that system produces. I've been fortunate enough to play with June Jones at SMU in a spread offense, a wide open passing offense, and I put up crazy numbers. And was fortunate enough to play with Peyton in 2014 and put crazy numbers up. And so I'm a fan of pass happy offenses. I'm a fan of offense that spread the ball around and spread out a defense and chunk it, left and right. And that's like a receiver's dream. And so I've always been studying Sean and Drew and how they go about their business, from Lance Moore to, to all the great receivers that's been in that system. And so I'm just excited to be in that system, and I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do off in that system.
I imagine.
I don't know what I can do, but
Oh, well,
but I'm excited about it.